What's up, Grappler fans? I'm back out here working on my 6.7 conversion into my 50-year-old Ford truck. This is my 2016 wreck truck here, and today I want to show y'all some of the tools that I bought in the last video from Harbor Freight. I've got a bunch of spot welds that I want to get out to get all these damaged panels off and leave the floor behind. You can see here, this is like an example of one of the spot welds, and they're all along here. Everywhere there's like a seam where two pieces of metal come together. So you can see I've got the floor kind of stops here, and then we got all these panels here that are all smashed to heck on this side, and they've got spot welds every couple inches. So I bought a couple things I'll show you over here to help get these spot welds out. Now I'm trying two different methods out because I haven't done this before and I'm really not sure what's going to work better, and it was all pretty cheap. So first thing I bought was this spot weld cutter kit. And for those of y'all that are new to the channel, this is my 1971 crew cab bump side. It's about 50 years old. By the time y'all are watching this, most likely 2021 is right around the corner. And I'm putting this truck on this frame and engine and everything. So I'm gonna have a 6.7 Powerstroke 4-wheel drive Super Duty that looks old, and I'm gonna restore it and everything, and it's gonna be a brand new old truck. But first we got to get this metal out. So I bought this spot weld cutter kit off of Amazon, and they're pretty tiny little, I always open this the wrong way, there we go. They're pretty tiny little bits here, and you can see I already got one rigged into the drill. Hoping that is going to do the trick, but basically the way this one will work is you find a center point, make a little punch into the spot weld, and then this little tip, once you get it right in the center, you kind of just squeeze it all the way, and then the spot, you just kind of drill it, and it should cut around the spot weld all the way through the exterior piece of metal. So then you're left with just a little round circle stuck to the inside piece, and then the whole panel should come off once you get them all out. Now my other option is this little Harbor Freight pneumatic powered belt sander. So this is like the cheaper one they had, and it's pretty basic. As for setup for both of these things, I literally just threw the bit in to the drill there. On this one I had to figure it out a little bit. So here you can see the belt is nice and loose, hopefully. That's how you get it off. You push the tip in, and it has this catch, and then when you release it, it gets tight. So that's what I was trying to show you, but I forgot I already did that. So some thought has to go into figuring this out a little bit. Also has the Allen key, and you can adjust the angle of it. I've got it angled up a little bit. I think I'm gonna be kind of going at it like this, but I'm gonna try both these methods out, let y'all know what I think works better if y'all ever find yourselves having to remove some spot welds. And to make this easy, I'm gonna start on this little panel here. It's only about 18 inches long, and it seems like I could get it out pretty easily. Plus it's already, you know, smashed, so if I mess it up, it's not the end of the world. So let's get started and see which one of these methods works better. So I want to start with making a little divot right in the center of the spot weld, because I'm going to use the drill bit type first, and you need somewhere to kind of keep the bit centered or else it'll walk. So I've been told, like I said, never done this before. And as you can see, I'm out here in the dirt in my very professional shop. I don't have all the tools I need, so I'm taking a very tiny little Phillips head tip here, and I'm going to hit it with the old nail hammer and make a little spot in there. Hopefully that'll give me enough of a divot for y'all to be able to hear this airplane. Sorry if that's too loud, but enough of a divot to keep this bit from walking around on me and just making a mess of my spot weld job here. So I'm gonna just pick one of these guys here. I'll start with, let's do this one, and see if I can't make a little spot right in the center there. Is that the center? Not quite. Yeah, it did something. I'm gonna hit it again now. Alright, so now I have a little divot there. Obviously that's not the most desirable way to do that. And I got my corded drill, so let me grab my extension cord right here. Barely reaches, but we're in there. Okay, there's that. And we'll try her out. Probably should have safety glasses on or something, but this is some backyard custom work, so don't worry about it. Alright, there's that. And see, it's already starting to walk on me, so I might need a bigger divot. Yeah, okay, it walks really bad. So I'll try to hit it a little harder, and if that doesn't work, I might need something to actually make a spot with it. Now I got some mud in my tip. Alright, so here's a little progress clip here. You can see I'm making a little bit of a ditch, a little bit of a, you know, a moat around the spot weld, and hopefully once it gets all the way through that first piece, it'll be, you know, free and separate to pop out. That's looking pretty clean. I'm happy with that so far. We'll keep going. Seems like I'm pretty close there. I might give it a little bit more. It feels like the little spring that's on this tip is kind of bottoming out, so that might be as far as it wants to go. Alright, I think I'm all the way through. So let's see how this is looking. Just because it's convenient here, I'm going to take this screwdriver and see if I can get any separation here. Yeah, see that? How I'm making a gap, whereas all these places are firmly welded in place. So I have now successfully got that spot weld out, and that really didn't take long. I'm going to do the next one here next to it with the old belt sander and see if I like that better. One thing I'm thinking with the belt sander is it's going to completely get rid of it and not have this little nub left behind once I take it off, so I may like that better, but we'll see. It was a cheap belt sander, it might not work that well. Here goes nothing with the belt sander. I've got my air compressor set at 90 psi because that's what this bad boy says on it right there. So get that attached there. Sounds like I might have a little bit of a leak going on here. I didn't put any plumber's tape on this when I put it on, so I'm gonna go address that real quick. Actually, let's see if it works. That's a lot of work. Maybe the leak's too bad. Interesting. There we go. Let's try it out. You can see I got the old safety glasses on now because I don't trust this thing. Why is this so sketchy? This definitely seems like it's taking longer. We'll do a little progress clip of this one too. So you can see there's the first one that's already done. See some of my sandpaper's kind of coming off a little bit, but it's wearing through there. It's making a little bit of a divot, but definitely making a lot of noise and kind of slow process. I don't know what grit this sandpaper is that came with it though, so it might not be the best for it, but it looks pretty rough. It ought to go through it relatively quick. Well, starting to get through. I can kind of see the other piece of metal there a little bit. I need a flathead now. I don't think it's quite there. It's being dramatic now. So I'm kind of wondering, I want to just go ahead and knock a few more out and then see, how I like it. But I'm kind of leaning towards the spot weld removing bit. It just seems like a smoother process, and it's slightly more satisfying, honestly, just how clean it is versus that. I know some of this is just me not being very steady, but I'm kind of thinking, if I do all these, I'm gonna have this little nub here, and then when I try to weld it again, it might have a gap. So this might be better, but I'm gonna do a few more of these, and I'm thinking maybe once I get it off, then I could take the old belt sander to it and then just take that nub off, or a grinder would probably get it off pretty quick. I might just do a little bit of both and kind of at the end tell y'all what I think. I've done a bunch of them now, and as you can see, I've been favoring the spot weld drill bit. It just seems a lot cleaner and easier. I'm probably just kind of clean up the little studs that are left behind with the grinder, and with that I have this one left here aside from the ones down on the very bottom. I was going to show y'all real quick. I really don't even need to punch a little spot in the center because of how sharp the little tip is on here. So if I'm steady enough, I can get it started and it won't really walk too bad. You can see I've been doing that on some. This one walked really bad. There's like a little trail that it took off on me, but most of them are pretty clean and it's really not that bad, and it's a lot faster, I feel like, than the belt sander. With that though, this is a $30 belt sander, and again, like I said, it's a $20 bit set. I already had the drill, so cost wise about the same, but they do make nicer ones of these that might work a lot better. So we'll see. That's not a total dead set comparison yet, but I'm gonna get a couple more of these out and we'll see. I will try the belt sander again before I decide for sure which one I like better. Yep, and it tried to walk. This is why I do stuff off camera, because every time I try to show y'all, it goes terribly wrong. About got it for that one. Let's see if we can get this to separate some now. There we go. So you can see what I have left behind there. Definitely gonna need to clean that up with a grinder, but really not too bad for getting these whole sections off. And like I said, just got to get the lower spot rivets off now, but that's pretty cool. That definitely worked like a charm for being a cheap kit. I'm still not all the way through. This thing is just a lot louder and slower, so I don't know if I'm a fan of it, honestly. And it could be, cheap sandpaper, but this is what came with it. And I don't know, I'm just not really impressed. I know it was a cheap unit, but it doesn't seem like the best method, even though I've seen a bunch of people do it like this. Immediately after saying that I didn't need to punch center spots, all the ones on the bottom started giving me a ton of trouble and just walking all over the place. I was getting really frustrated. I think my blade might already be getting dull. Not really sure if that's it or if it's just this paint down here, or the clear coat or something is just a lot more slick, but it was going all over the place. And as you can see, there's a complete hole through here. I got a little carried away with that one and drilled all the way through. So that is something that can happen. So now I have a little hole here that wasn't intended, but it kind of looks like these, so really not a big deal. So these have all been addressed some way or another. I don't think they're all the way done, but I'm just gonna kind of pull on this and see if it'll break loose. Yeah, I think I have a little bit holding on right there. Pretty close. I'm gonna hit these corners some, and I think this side might be all right. Nope, not quite. So yeah, the bottom is just really giving me a hard time, honestly. These two have completely popped. You can see dirt trying to come out. All the ones here are good. Check out how much mud is down in here. That sucks. Really hasn't started to rust or anything, but glad I'm getting in here and taking this all apart, because I definitely don't want that in there. Come on now. Oh, it's actually the one I drilled all the way through is still hanging on by a thread. I must not have drilled it in the right spot. That's why it was being such a pain. There we go. So as y'all can see here, that's what it looks like when you use the belt sander versus what it looks like with the drill bit. You can see, like I said, we got kind of an outie going on here and a little innie here. So more metal left here that needs to be grinded off. This a little bit too much has been taken off, but should be fine. It's just a little bit thin there now. And then on this one where I went all the way through, you can see I kind of was off of my alignment some, so there's a little bit of a tab that was still hanging on, and that's why that was such a pain. And you can see the rest of these here, but not too bad. This one I did a little bit of both. I did the belt sander and the drill bit, so that kind of worked out too. This panel here is going to be coming off, as well as all this, and it's going to be getting cut somewhere around here, so stay tuned for that. Alright y'all, in conclusion, if you get cheap tools, you're going to have a hard time, but can be done. Got this panel off, and a lot more to take off now. That took quite a bit of time, but I've got the process down, I think, now. So from here, hopefully things will move a little bit faster. Just wanted to give y'all an update on the tools I got from Harbor Freight in the last video. And for those of y'all looking for a comparison of which is better, the drill bit or belt sander technique, I think the drill bit is a little bit more efficient, and you know, coming by with the grinder real quick shouldn't take much time compared to the belt sander. In my case, the little cheap one I had was taking forever, making a ton of noise and a lot more effort, and it was just all over the place. I like the drill bit thing better. So I'm gonna wrap up this video, clean up some, got some plans for this evening, but wanted to make a little progress. As y'all can tell, I'm just coming out here after work and on weekends getting what I can get done on this truck. This is not a, you know, massive budget SEMA build or anything, but if I can get this thing done right and the paint to be just right on it, everything spotless, it may be something really nice when I'm done, and that's what I'm hoping. Y'all let me know if you can envision it. I know exactly what I'm picturing and what I want, and I think it can be done. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you subscribe and check out GRAPPAHOLICS on Instagram.